Good.
Wait, what?
Pledge of Allegiance. And Tyler, I'm gonna let you lead us.
I pledge
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, everyone. Good morning. Good to see everybody here, both in person and on Hollywood Square TV screen. Welcome. Today is our ninth meeting of the year. It is Thursday, March 4th at approximately 10:01 a.m. And we'll begin with, I will ask for a motion to approve previous minutes of board meeting number 8 and approval of bills for payment.
So moved.
Second,
Roll call.
Commissioner Ditzler?
yes.
Commissioner Middy?
Yes.
Commissioner Trafficante?
Yes, advertisement for bids number 1, coroners.
I can do it if you want.
You're gonna take care of this one because I don't want to touch it. Go ahead.
This is for body removal services that the coroner needs. It's to remove bodies within Mahoning County, take them to the morgue or other designated areas.
Thank you, Jimmy. Motion to approve advertisement for bids.
Motion to approve advertisement for bids number 1.
Second,
Roll call.
Commissioner Ditzler?
yes.
Commissioner Middy?
Yes.
Commissioner Trafficante?
Yes. Journal entry number 1.
Motion to approve journal entry number 1.
Second,
Roll call.
Commissioner Ditzler?
yes.
Commissioner Middy?
Yes.
Commissioner Trafficante?
Yes. Moving on, we have agreements, letters A through I, and we'll begin with building inspection. Jeff Urasiva, good morning.
Good morning, Commissioners.
Wow.
Wow.
Jeff,
You got me?
Jeff, what
Santa
is
Claus.
on your-
How's everybody doing?
Look like a new person.
Jeff,
Yeah, it's been rough.
I'm gonna get you some Grecian formula.
That stuff's no good for you.
Why not?
The chemicals in it are really bad for men.
You and Bob Barker, huh?
Yeah, I hear you.
Bob Barker. Come up with that.
This is our 2-year maintenance agreement for our copier, annual maintenance agreement. Biannual for this one.
Well, that
Thank
was easy.
I know.
That was too easy.
Easy
Thought
button.
you had something complicated like an architectural explanation or some sort.
No, we did save $800 by getting a 2-year agreement. So,
That's good.
Good.
yeah,
Thank you, Jeff. You know we like to have fun with you.
I know. Thank you.
All right. Convention and Visitors Bureau. Tora.
Morning, Commissioners. This is for advertising on the Ohio Turnpike, including the printed Turnpike map and signage at the Mahoning Valley Service Plaza in New Springfield, which is westbound, and the Commodore Perry Service Plaza eastbound. It's non-general fund.
Okay, thank you so much. Job and Family, Audrey Morales. Or whoever.
I saw her on there.
Is Audrey there?
Yeah, she's up there.
Unmute your computer. Audrey?
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, sorry about that, guys. Good morning, Commissioners. Number C, Job and Family Service lease agreement with the Mahoning County Commissioner's Office for space at Oak Hill Renaissance Building in the amount of $768,301 from the non-general fund. This lease runs from January 2021 through December 2021.
Thank you, Audrey, very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Sanitary, Mr. Genetti.
Good morning, everybody. Letter D is an agreement with Jack Haney Supplies. This was for emergency repairs to the cable on our TV inspection truck. The estimated amount was $5,729.50. This was non-general funds. Letter E is an agreement with Shield Auto Glass for auto glass installation services on an as-needed basis for 2 years in the estimated amount of $2,000, also non-general funds. And letter F is an agreement with Work Life by Meridian for drug testing services and employee training for 2 years in the estimated amount of $3,000 per year. and that is also non-general funds.
And letter G, Pat.
Hold on, I'm flipping the page.
Yep, it's all right.
Letter G's modification number 1 to the agreement with LJB Incorporated for engineering services. This is at the Deal Lake wastewater plant. This is for improvements in the design and permit application as part of improvement number 526. The amount is $11,443, and this is non-general funds as well.
Very good. Thank you. Sheriff's Office.
Morning, everyone.
Good morning, Joe.
This is an agreement with Hall Public Safety Company. It's to outfit 3 of our Dodge Durango SUVs with emergency lights, sirens, and protective dividers. And that is the amount of $24,596.10, which is non-general. And then I is an agreement with Greenwood Chevrolet for a repair of one of our cruisers, 2019 Ford Police Interceptor, in the amount of $4,495.71, non-general.
Okay, thank you, Joe. Motion to approve agreements?
Motion to approve agreements number 2, A through I.
Second. Roll call.
Commissioner Ditzler?
Yes.
Commissioner Remedy Agati?
Yes.
Commissioner Trafficante?
Yes. Moving on, change orders 3A, EMA.
Good morning, Commissioners. This is a change order number 3 with Michael Baker for E911 mandates and database support. It's a decreased amount of $7,351.98. It is non-general.
Okay, thank you, Dennis. Motion?
Motion to approve change orders 3A.
Second. Roll call.
Commissioner Ditzler?
Yes.
Commissioner Remedy Agati?
Yes.
Commissioner Trafficante?
Yes. Road closings, A and B, Pat Genetti.
Commissioners, we are working in conjunction with the Ohio Turnpike Commission on 2 road closures in Austintown as part of some bridge work that the Turnpike's going to be doing. So letter A, we're closing Turner Road beginning on March 22nd for approximately 2 weeks. And this is for pier work on the Turnpike Bridge, and it's going to be done by the Rulin Company. Letter B, we're going to close Kirk Road beginning on April 5th. And this is also for approximately 2 weeks for similar type work on the piers.
Very good. Motion to approve road closings.
Motion to approve road closing number 4, A and B.
Second. Roll call.
Commissioner Ditzler?
Yes.
Commissioner Remedy Agati?
Yes.
Commissioner Trafficante?
Yes. Motion to approve resolutions.
Motion to approve resolutions number 1, additions.
Second. Roll call.
Commissioner Ditzler?
Yes.
Commissioner Remedy Agati?
Yes.
Commissioner Trafficante?
Yes. Moving on to record of bids. Pat Genetti dominating the agenda today. Very impressive.
That's right, I'm in the lead. Nobody can catch me. All right, letter A is our 2020 OPWC Road and Bridge Safety Upgrade. This is our countywide paving program that was delayed last year because of the capital bill delays.
Okay.
Very good. Thank you, Pat. Motion to approve record of bids.
Motion to approve record of bids number 2A.
Second. Roll call.
Commissioner Ditzler?
Yes.
Commissioner Remedy Agati?
Yes.
Commissioner Trafficante?
Yes. Resolutions, we have letters A through H and letter A, I believe Audrey.
Yes. Commissioners, this is a resolution approving the updated fee schedule for court-appointed counsel effective April 1st, 2021. This is related to probate court and related to adoption services. The state added that to indigent defense fees.
And letter B.
Letter B, this is a resolution to approve the agreement and expenditures with the following agency to assist with COVID-19, public health, and funded by the CARES Act in the following amount. This is Economic Action Group, Inc. They help and support businesses when they're trying to navigate the system to get PPE and stuff for their businesses. And this is going to move it out into the community. Currently, they're working within the Youngstown area, and this will move it out throughout the townships and stuff.
Very good. Thank you, Audrey. And we have the continuum of care, letter C, Colleen. Is Colleen with us?
Yep.
Here she is. Hello.
Hello, good morning, Commissioners. The Mahoning County Homeless Continuum of Care is required to have an entity that oversees our homeless management database called HMIS. The organization that oversaw HMIS can no longer fill that role. That responsibility is going to be coming to the county. This resolution is accepting the grant that's associated with that role and requires a 25% match, which will be provided through in-kind services.
Very good. Thank you, Colleen. Engineers, Pat.
Commissioners, this is a resolution to approve the full and final property damage release, $4,318.88 from Wilson Logistics. This was for property damage near the intersection of Western Reserve Road and Sherritt Road, Glenwood Avenue, that was caused by a truck making a turn.
Thanks, Pat. Lead, Danny Martin? No?
Purrier.
Oh, Phil's here? Okay. Phil.
These are both change orders that took the were 10% over the original bid price, in excess of 10% for both E and F.
All righty, Phil. Thank you. Recycling, Lou Vega.
Good morning, commissioners and everyone. These are agreements with these facilities to be able to receive waste generated from Mahoning County. This is part of our solid waste management plan, ensuring that we have enough waste capacity for a minimum of 15 years.
Okay. Thank you, Lou. And sanitary, Pat.
Commissioners, this is a resolution approving the appointment of one Director of Administrative Services, one Grants Coordinator, and one Account Clerk 1 at the Sanitary Engineering Department.
Okay, thank you very much. Motion?
Motion to approve number 3, resolutions A through H.
Second. Roll call.
Commissioner Ditzler?
Yes.
Commissioner Remedy Agati?
Yes.
Commissioner Trafficante?
Yes. And for the good of the order, any elected officials or department heads would like to comment?
Get them all on this.
Nobody?
Good morning, commissioners.
Hello, Anna.
Hello, Anna.
Hi. I just wanted to give you a brief update on the Eastgate partnership we're currently involved in for the broadband feasibility study. There was an RFP in which Ice Miller and MS Consultants were awarded the contract to complete the feasibility study. Since we've started, Ice Miller has held 11 stakeholder meetings. This is a broadband through Trumbull, Ashtabula, and Mahoning County. And so we've had 11 stakeholder meetings. And in those meetings, it was determined the top 4 overarching takeaways were the need for affordable, reliable service among residents and businesses, a choice of broadband provider, the accurate depiction of cell service is spotty in between Connect Ohio maps and what's currently on the ground. And we're asking Ice Miller to develop creative solutions to meet the needs to address the broadband needs locally. So we're working on those resolutions of those. The study is expected to be completed in June. And also there is a survey that MS Consultants developed, and that survey has been sent out to anybody who's anybody. So if you know somebody who didn't get it and you got it, please forward that to them. There's a residential and a business survey form, and you can do it on the Eastgate website. So anybody who's listening today and just getting this message, they could go to the Eastgate website and complete that survey. Mahoning County, not that I'm competitive or anything, but Mahoning County seems to be lagging in responses to the Trumbull and Ashtabula counties. So I am asking everybody to take a minute so we could, competitively be in the same percentile of responses. And if you want to reach out to me for direct link, I'll be glad to send that out.
Anna, so if I print this off and make copies, I could bring it to some small businesses with the web address on it so that they could go on it.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of funny because we're doing a web-based survey and then we're trying to figure out who doesn't have great access. So they can print them off, handwrite them, however best suits them. They can give them back to you, Carol, and then you can give them to me and I'll make sure Eastgate gets them. Or, however best just to get
Better
the,
to email them, Carol.
Well,
yeah, email them.
you know what, the only reason I say that is because I do know some of these people, and if I hand them something, they're more apt to do it than if I email it to them and they don't.
Right. Yeah, so any way we can get them filled out, that would be great and really benefit Mahoning County. Once the broadband feasibility study is complete, I think we were gearing towards short-term, long-term, and mid-term kind of solutions to the problems. And obviously through grant funds, either released by the state or ARC applications, or really any way that we can best meld this all together. And I'm sure they'll come out with a master report in another meeting to discuss that with the elected officials and so on.
Very
Any
good.
other questions? Okay.
Any questions? No. Anyone else care to speak? Comment, questions, concerns, or problems?
Ask
No?
Colleen how the homeless consortium is coming.
Dennis.
Dennis?
Colleen.
Colleen, any updates on the continuum?
At the end of last year, Congress approved all of our homeless continuum of grants to be renewed for another year. Typically, we have an annual competition, but due to the pandemic, the competition piece was taken out of it. So last year, like right before Christmas, Congress approved our budget for next year. So all of our programs and projects are going to stay at the same amount, which is good. So we can continue to provide housing to everybody in Mahoning County.
Very good.
Great.
Thank you. Dennis O'Hara.
Good morning, Commissioners. Just a quick update on what's going on with the PPE distribution and the vaccination clinics. Up to this point, we've distributed over 2 million pieces of PPE, and we continue to receive PPE and for long-term care facilities and first responders on a almost weekly basis from the state. So we are distributing that out, and then continuing to work with the health department on vaccinations. Up to this point, when I talked to them last evening, they're approaching 10,000 vaccinations from the county health department. I believe the city is around 10,000 vaccinations, and that includes first and second vaccinations. And then in addition to the city and the county health departments administering the vaccine, Giant Eagle has 5 locations that are administering it. Austintown, 2 in Boardman, Canfield, and Poland, and also Mercy Health is administering it. So there are a number of locations in the county that you can get the vaccine from. So they continue to work with the state to get as much as they possibly can to continue the momentum and provide the vaccinations.
Yeah. Very good. Seems like the more vaccines are making their way now where they should be.
Yes, the numbers are slowly starting to go up every week. It all depends on what the state is receiving, but the trend has been we are getting more and more.
Good.
That's great.
Any comments, Dave, Carol?
No,
thank you. I'm good.
All right, thank you, Dennis. Anybody else like to give an update? All right, well, with that being said, I don't want to.
Marty, you want to give?
Oh, Marty,
Yeah,
shoot.
Appreciate everybody. As far as the Port Authority goes, we're doing fairly well there. Our meeting, we did switch the meeting this month to the 24th instead of the 17th so the Board of Directors and John and Anthony can go to the annual meeting for the chamber. So that is 1 week past this month because it's 5 Wednesdays in this month. So it kind of played out that way. Otherwise, it's going pretty well. The staff at the port I can't say enough about them on what they do on a daily basis. They're in contact with a lot of different agencies and just doing a great job for us. So, they're to be commended. our side of it is pretty easy. You know, when you have a staff like that, you come in, you get the information, you make good sound decisions for the valley, and you know, that makes it a lot easier. So they're absolutely to be commended. Building trades wise, we're doing pretty good. You know, most are fairly busy. You know, a lot of good projects coming up. So, you know, anything we can help that way, we'll be glad to help and answer any questions we could. So thank you, appreciate it.
Thank you, Marty. Do a great job for us.
Thank you.
Well, with that, I think we need to introduce somebody in the room here. Tyler?
It's
Taylor.
Taylor.
Yeah.
You're the new news anchor?
I'm
KBN?
reporter, anchor both.
Would you like to say anything or introduce yourself?
I'm just excited to start. It's a pleasure to meet all of you. I'm not shy. So I definitely will love to get to know you guys more and just see what happens.
Good.
Very good.
Thank you.
So are you old enough to know who Taylor Dane is?
I've heard that name, but I don't think I know exactly who it is.
Tell it to my soul. Tell it.
You're dating
Come on,
yourself.
she was big when I was probably your
80s.
age.
She wasn't born yet.
Yeah, 94. I was born in 94.
Oh my goodness, that's fantastic.
94.
That's when Dave graduated.
I bought these shoes in 94.
They're holding up well.
Oh, my
Are you from
God.
the area?
I'm from Weirton, West Virginia.
Oh, really?
Yeah, about an hour and a half away. I was the morning anchor down at WTRF in Wheeling.
Like it down there.
It's our sister station. So
Very nice.
yeah, so I'm excited to be up here.
Welcome aboard.
Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Good luck to you.
Thanks.
Anything you need, we're here.
Oh, I appreciate that.
This is open.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Dave, Carol?
Yeah, no, welcome, Taylor. That's, it's nice to have, you know, new faces and young people getting into the mix and all good. It reminds, yesterday, I went out to lunch with somebody and I went to pay for lunch and I had my American Express card. And it said, you know, member since on the card, you know, it says when you were a member and it says 1981 on it. And the young man that I was having lunch with, I went to pay, he goes, oh, let me get it. And I said, no, I don't let anybody buy my lunch because then I'll have to put you on my ethics report. And I started laughing. He goes, and I held my card. I said, see, I've had this card since 81. He looked at me, he goes, I was born in 87. I thought, man, am I old? 40 years I've had the same charge card. But no, I wanted to say thank you to Marty, you know, and the Port Authority, you know, for the work they did. That, you know, a lot of times their group works on things that they all sign non-disclosure agreements. They can't talk about different things. And there's a lot of things in the works that are happening that when they get announced, people say, well, you know, why didn't we know about this? Well, you know, it's like the Macy's project. You know, it was between 3 states and the Port Authority was working with the chamber and they were working hard to try and bring it in. And, you know, congratulations on the great work that you and the chamber and the Port Authority do on behalf of all of us. So thank you, Marty, especially you with labor. You know, you had so much value to that board and to our community, our valley. So thank you for that. I also want to say, Pat, I don't know if Pat's still up there. Maybe we threw him out. You know, we like to sign him off immediately. But
I'm
Pat
still
Anthony-
here.
I thought Audrey just like dropped his call right immediately.
He just,
But,
he took his video off.
I wanted to say, what a great job that Anthony and Pat did on behalf of the county at the Good Morning Mahoning County breakfast that the chamber put out at Stambaugh Auditorium last Friday. You know, it was one of the first opportunities we had to go back and physically be at an event. And Stambaugh is so big, they were able to space people out and do a nice job at Stambaugh. So Anthony represents us well, as he always does. He did a great job in explaining, you know, where we're at and what we're doing and how we're moving forward. And Pat gave a good update on the roads. And one thing that I have to, you know, every event that we go to, when Pat wants to give us a hard time, he tells everybody that if I had the money, I'd pave every road twice, right? So I was giving Ryan Teacack a hard time from the Board of Health the other day on the phone saying, come on, we gotta do this, this and this. And doesn't he look at me and say, if I had the vaccines, I'd give everybody 2 shots. And I looked at him and I said, you're not allowed to steal Genetti's line. And he said, yes, I am. So, but they both do a great job on our behalf, Ryan and Pat, trying to do the best they can with the tools and the funding they're given. And
That means I'm rubbing off on him, Dave.
you are rubbing off on him, Pat.
That's
But,
because you're all lost the time,
The
guys.
nice thing is that,
Yeah.
like
He forgot
Anthony
strawberries
alluded to, is that, or Dennis did, with the Johnson & Johnson vaccine coming in, now you're gonna see it opening up, because I know that, we got another 1,000 of them coming in for next week that they're scheduling. So it's down to age 60. So, a couple more ticks on the clock, Anthony, and they'll get you into the mix.
Right,
A couple more ticks. They gotta get down to 50 to get you.
exactly.
So,
You're gonna be the
they're down to the age 60.
Sole survivor.
So a lot of people they're starting to eliminate all the backlogs, because, it was only a couple weeks ago, we had 18,000 people registered that had not gotten their shots. And when you're only getting, 300 or 400 a week for new shots, for the first vaccine, it's tough to catch up. So with the weather and the different things that were happening recently, we were able to secure more vaccines and to be able to provide it to more people. So I really hand it to Ryan, his staff, and Erin Bishop and her staff, helping out the county to do a great job for all of us.
You don't let them.
next.
And one other thing, where's Jeff? Jeff, my white bearded friend, you don't remember the Bob Barker story? Bob Barker, he used to have jet black hair, and he was a real big animal rights advocate. And
Spay and
they
neuter.
started sending in stuff to him saying that the byproduct used in hair dye is made from animals. And so they tried to, make him out to be a hypocrite. So he quit dyeing his hair. And that's why, within a couple seasons, he went from black hair to white hair. So, but that white beard, you just tell everybody that you're saving the animals.
Here we go.
For sure.
Where did that come from?
I think next week.
Thanks, Dave.
Bring him a mask that's very tight.
This one's tight. This one's tight. It pulls my ears down.
I'm gonna
You know what
give
they
you-
say, when the virus, or when we don't have to wear masks
I
anymore,
know.
we're gonna all wear our masks on the back of our head, so it pulls our ears back to the right, location.
We have a gavel
The gas.
request. All right, Carol.
Well, I just want to reiterate what Dave said about everyone. Marty, thank you for the port. Pat, you're doing a great job. He took his picture off when I start talking.
Yeah, why?
Wow,
Now
Pat,
it just goes to sleep. It goes to sleep.
you go to sleep when I
Yeah.
talk.
I'm not sleeping.
Okay, that was Dave, not me. Thank you for everything. The great relationship that we have now with both the engineers and the sanitary. It's all moving in a good direction for us, and we thank you for that. Audrey, thank you for your first week on the job. You're doing a good job as well. Keep up the good work. And all the rest of our staff that's there, and Anthony and Dave for the chamber. And Anthony, you did a great job for you should never be nervous about anything, because when you get up, you're solid on your feet.
Thank you.
And you did an excellent job.
Thank you.
And Dave was there and I was there. Of course, these two guys have been going places like that. That was the first event I've been to in a year. And I just couldn't miss it. I had my mask on and was very safe. And Marty, I'm happy to see the relationship now between the chamber and the Port Authority. That's something that's very much needed. Two economic engines. One does one thing, one does something else, and to have that partnership is best for Mahoning County.
That's right. Yeah, it's going really well with that.
Well, that's good. I'm happy to hear that. I think it's even going to get better.
That's right.
And Anna and Colleen with the Homeless Consortium, I'm just so excited to know that we're gonna get more veterans housing. And I'll have all the information that you want from me in the next day or so. And I would love, and I think my two partners would love to see the type of housing that they're gonna be using. Is the box, what is it, Colleen, like a box car renovated into a house?
Colleen?
Or Anna, either one.
Hi, Commissioners. I think Colleen had another conference call she had to.
Well, Anna, you can explain that. You were involved in that as well.
Yeah, we're just constantly looking for new ways to find housing for the homeless population. And a lot of communities are moving towards I'm not sure if there's an official name or not, but it's like the tractor trailers are being converted into housing units. And there's a gentleman locally that is completing the transformation and has sponsored the same in I believe, Arizona.
Shipping containers.
Shipping containers. Yeah,
Thank you. Okay.
yeah I knew it had something to do with the truck.
And they're a good size, because when you look at like tiny homes, they're a lot bigger than that. These shipping containers, Anthony can tell you, they're as big as a mobile home.
So Anna, are they going to bring any of those here so that we could see what they look like? Because those lots I have, there's 7 of them down there.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, we're hoping that we can get this approved through the VA as a pilot program. I believe the agent or the company that actually creates these shipping container homes is in Mahoning County.
Isn't it in North Lima?
I think it's out North Jackson, North Lima, Springfield area. Don't quote me on that. Colleen was going to go ahead and try to set up a tour for us.
The fellow that I believe either makes them or owns the company has a business next to Sparkle Market on Western Reserve Road. His wife has another kind of business, but he's in there with her, I think.
I think his name is Macabobby.
Yes.
Yeah, so we're excited. I mean, it's just something we're going to try and see if we can get it off the ground and get some funding as a pilot project and utilize some of our available resources here to do that.
And that'll be really nice. So I appreciate that. That's a big thing with me, not only for the veterans, but for the homeless population. And I don't know, I think that's it. Everyone have a good week. I want to thank our staff, of course, for everything they do, keeping us all updated on everything. So I thank you all, Jimmy, everyone. And have a good weekend. Please be safe, even though you're getting your shots as they come in. You still need to wear your mask. That has not been taken away yet. I don't see that probably for maybe a couple months, 3 to 4 more months, maybe. But you still need to wear your mask. You still need to stay a little self-distance. If you have the opportunity to get a shot, please do it. Don't be afraid. Take the vaccine. I think Brown's Drug is having the Johnson vaccine right now. So you could probably call there and get yourself on a list and continue to do that. And that's to our employees as well as everybody in the community. Get your vaccine. Do not be afraid. It'll help us in the end.
You're right, Carol.
Thank you.
No, Carol's right, and Dave, and it's very important. And I also wanted to say that it was kind of weird for myself, and I appreciate the commissioners allowing me to speak at the chamber breakfast. I haven't been in front of a crowd like that in, I don't know, over a year. So I felt I was a little rusty. I always get the jitters, but you know what? It went very well. And I have to say that Pat did a great job talking about the future of the road projects and the upgrades and all the infrastructure projects that going to be happening in our county. It's going to be huge. And he mentioned, or Mr. Kinnick mentioned something in 2026, totally redoing 680 from the base up.
Wow.
And that is a massive, massive project. It was like them putting it in when they first did it. So a lot of good things. Labor was there, Marty was there with the building trades, you know, the chamber is a mixture of public and private partnerships. It's good to see everybody back, and that networking is so key when you get to meet people. And I had a good time. I really and truly did. So it was nice that we did that.
We had the first time we've been.
Right. Yeah, it was exciting, actually. It's like, you know, Christmas morning, but any event, Dave and Carol, thank you as well.
Anthony, let's not forget that the only one that didn't know how to change the screen with the clicker was the engineer.
Can you imagine that?
I'm gonna
They didn't let
defend
him have it.
that.
Jim Kinnick changed it, the young ladies changed it, pack
It
it
was
up there.
malfunctioning.
Yeah, it was-
I tried pushing the button too hard. I was excited that Ditzler was there.
Oh, boy.
It was
You were
functioning properly for all the ladies and all the other engineers.
You were probably
Notice he
saying,
said
why
that.
is he sitting up front? Can't he leave and go to the back of the room?
Well,
I'm like Rodney Dangerfield. I get no respect.
you know, they kept changing those microphones up there, and I'm thinking, well, as soon as I get up there and start running my mouth, that microphone's gonna go out. And it didn't, because the lady kept changing it. I said, oh, God,
They
here
were
we
cleaning
go.
them, is what they
Oh, is that what they were doing?
Yeah, they were cleaning
So
them.
I figured something would drastically happen, but it didn't. It went really well. So, okay, Nancy, our next meeting.
Next Thursday, right here.
Okay. With that, motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Commissioner Ditzler? Yes. Commissioner Middy O'Geady?
No, this is too much fun.
Commissioner Traficant?
Yes. Thank you, everyone.
You're not used to that, are you, Nancy?
No.